Okay, I was streaming a bit, but then I realized I wasn't sharing the rest of my screen. I was only sharing my face. What I'm going to start do, what I'm going to start doing on these streams is review the time since my last stream, or like my week or my day. What I did. I didn't have great sleep. I think it's because I don't exercise. I usually exercise, and that plays a role in sleeping. But I haven't been exercising recently, so I think that's what's causing me so many nights of bad sleep. So I woke up at 7 and had computer science. We studied. We got a lecture on the C programming language, and then a girl had a seizure, and I immediately called the emergency services, and the lecturer and a few other guys helped, to just make sure she was lying in a safe position and still had a pulse and so on. There were a few times where she was looking, her eyes were open and so on, but there were emergency services there, and then I had to leave for stats, so I felt she was in good hands. And then at stats we got, I think, maybe our final lecture on order statistics, like what is the distribution if you have n random variables, what will be the distribution of the function of the random variables, that is, and the function is the minimum of all the random variables, or the smallest random variable. Like, so if you order them, the first one, or the last one, the biggest one, or the second to smallest one, or the second to largest one, what distributions do those ordered statistics have? I'm not too on top of things there. Like today it picked up pace, so I'm going to study that this weekend. And then I had to help my cousin with her laptop. She had to update RStudio. It was quite simple, but she's not comfortable with computers. And then I wasted time on YouTube, which is bad. And then stats, very elementary revision, like just matrices, like matrix operations. So didn't pay attention, didn't need to. I instead still worked on my computer science tutorial. That was about C programming, my computer science 244 tutorial. And then in this time I also worked on that. Then I had dinner, and then I went to the library to meet people for the programming society, and there were supposed to be like 9 or 8 people, but only one other guy showed up. So, but the guy is super interesting. Ilya is his name. He's majoring in physics and in computer science, so I think he's super smart. But now I'm here. I'm going to study Flask, because it's a framework we need to know for computer science 344, I believe. No, maybe 343. And I know nothing about Python or Flask. Like I did a bit of Python in high school, as I've said, but I don't remember anything about that, how to use Python. We've only used C assembly and mostly Java for university now, and I've done only HTML and CSS as extracurricular studies. Nice. I will just get the document on my phone from from the university, so that once again I don't show things that I shouldn't. Oh no. Where's my face? I don't know. Okay. Willy. Attach. Project info. What do I use? 3. One thing that I want to try in the future is to create enough space on my desk to have that screen on the desk as well. The reason it's there is because that's a sort of standing desk. So yeah, the idea is to stand and work. And it's a lot of effort to move all these things between the two spaces. And there's not a lot of room at this desk. But yeah, I think it will be worth it to have a second screen where I can have things that I don't want to show on this screen. Right. So yeah, we're going to have Flask studying material on screen and just a university guide on my phone. Mic levels. GitHub API. Yes, I don't know what all the things we need to do, but these are some of the resources we were given. Beautiful soup, URL encoder, and this. More, beautiful soup documentation. Okay. I actually want to first just learn Python a bit. Python. Where is this? I think it's in my university directory. So touch hello.py code.format. One thing I had an idea for today is a podcast explaining programming or mathematical concepts at an early university level. Like, yeah, I love podcasts that explain things. Yeah, so you can learn while running or so on. Examples. Programming Throwdown is sort of the first one like it I found, but it wasn't really, like, there's a lot of fluff, a lot of Americans talking to each other about like personal things. So not that how ironic. Never mind, my goal is not to educate. How to Program with Java podcast by Trevor Page. I haven't listened to a lot of episodes, but I think it would be something like that I'm aiming for. And Regular Programming. It's another podcast by Andreas Eckeroth. I got it. I'm in my German mode because I'm learning German again, but I need to get into Swedish mode to speak these names. Andreas Eckeroth and Lars Wickman. So it's another good podcast. Casual conversations about technical programming things, but they're like at a bit of a higher level than I am, so I don't understand a lot of the things they are talking about, like when they're mentioning all sorts of frameworks and things. Anyways, final thing to mention is I really love Poppy, the musician, and the song I was listening to just before I came and sat down was Blood Money, and the way the guitar builds up, I really love that. But yeah, I only recently got into her metal things. I never enjoyed metal. Yeah, I couldn't bear to listen to it. Yeah, I'm more into like indie guitar music. I mentioned PAX in the break live stream. So, hello.py. Where is a good course for Python? I'm going to bookmark these. No. CS. What other bookmarks do we have here? None. Okay. I just don't know which should go first. Remove is. It was order in which they came. Okay, so we're going to create a to-do document for us tonight. So hello, world program, read in command line IO, file IO, and then logic. By that I mean control flow and operators, and then then I'll do functions and objects if it has those things. Okay, we have to get to at least 5. So welcome to Python, getting started. Let's see. How long is that? 4 hours. Python for beginners. How long are you?
In this full course, you will learn the basics of Python programming. I'm Bo Karn with FreeCodeCamp.org. I previously created one of the most popular JavaScript courses on YouTube, and I've created many Python tutorials. Now I've created this complete Python course for beginners. You don't need any previous programming experience to follow along, and all you need to code in Python is a web browser. In this course, I will teach you all the core aspects of the Python programming language, and I will simplify the more complex topics. Python is considered one of the most popular programming languages in the world, and it's only growing in popularity. Python excels in a wide variety of scenarios, such as shell scripting, task automation, and web development. And it's also the language of choice. In this full course, you will learn the basics of Python programming. I'm Bo Karn with FreeCodeCamp.org. I previously created one of the most popular JavaScript courses on YouTube, and I've created many Python tutorials. Now I've created this complete Python course for beginners. You don't need any previous programming experience to follow along, and all you need to code in Python is a web browser. In this course, I will teach you all the core aspects of the Python programming language, and I will simplify the more complex topics. Python is considered one of the most popular programming languages in the world, and it's only growing in popularity. Python excels in a wide variety of scenarios, such as shell script.
Oh, maybe we could use Program IZ. I love IZ. I think they're awesome. So Python. I always like because I grew up in computer science learning with Java. I always felt bad about Java not being like at the top. Like, it's sad to see whatever you're used to die. So, but yeah, it seems that, you know, it's creeping down this list, so it's becoming less popular. Okay, so flow control, functions, data types, file handling. I guess keywords and identifiers, statement and comment. Okay, yeah, this will do, I think, because we can determine our own pace. Okay, that goes away. Okay, we don't need to know that. Okay, I'm going to lower myself. Keywords. False. True. None. Keywords are predefined. Okay. All the keywords are not all lowercase. Import. Except in base. True. Looking at all the keywords at once and trying to figure out what. Okay. Language. Continue. We cannot use keywords as variable names. Yeah, that's a variable name. Okay. So in the variable names. Okay, that'll be the same. Probably can't start with a number. Okay, sensitive with a letter rather than white spaces are not allowed. Cannot be a digit. Yeah, okay. Some valid and invalid. Right, alright, I'll get those. Okay, things to remember. Okay, sensitive language. Always, okay, Python comments, it's with hashes. And then 3 print. Single line comment. Print. Create a variable, print the variable. Multi-line comments. Yeah, okay. Make code easier to understand. That is okay. Print error line. Yeah, print error line was causing. Okay, yeah, so there's for debugging. Good. What does a Python error message look like? That's interesting. There's a special icon. Print. Right, and then Python 3 syntax error, undetermined string to literal detected. And then, oops. Good. So, unterminated string literal. Wow. That's noise. What happens? Control C. It doesn't go on. So okay, so oh no, but it's the same with all program. No, it's not the same. Well, in yeah, it's if it's a runtime. No. Okay, but yeah, if it's like a just-in-time compiled language, it'll not compile at the moment where there's a compilation issue and then stop, instead of like a different programming language that'll try and compile, like C, that'll try and compile the whole thing. All right. Okay. It's dynamically typed, right? Print apple.com. Okay. Size 1 equals size 2. Okay. Macro case. Python constants, pi, gravity, constant dot. Oh, okay, import. Constant module file. Then after that we create main.py. Note, in reality we don't use constants in Python. Naming them in all capital letters is convenient. Supplementary assignment. Results are a representation of fixed values. They can be numbers, characters, or strings. For example, hello world. Decimal. Octal base. Okay, hexadecimal. Okay, floating point. Complex literal. B is imaginary. Good. How do you complex literal? So if we say var equals 8 plus 2j, and we say print var, what does that do? Like cancel. Right, and if we change that to an I, does it not? Yeah. That's nice. Okay, so J is there. I wonder why they took a J, because usually like I is the imaginary number, the complex number. But yeah, like I is also used for incrementing. That might be something to do with that. Python contains one special literal. Is null print output none? Is null a keyword? Keywords. None is okay. So I think null is replaced by none in Python. Literal collections. Recollection is just between those things. Tuple, dictionary. How would those be separated? Set. Oh, yay. I think Python is very intuitive. Like it's it's not satisfying for people that care about performance, but for most scientists, it's very nice. Just want to know more about dictionary literal. Ooh. How do you separate those? No. Okay, then I don't understand dictionaries. Oh, so it says a key value store. Colon. So you can't have multiple values for one key. Can you have multiple values for one key? In standard Python dictionary, each key can only map to a single value. This means yeah, you can use sets or lists. Okay. Nice. In computer programming, data types specific to the type of data can be stored inside a variable. For example, an integer. So int float complex string list tuple range dict range. Okay, a range list tuple. What is a range? What are sequence? wonder if range is just the pair. But yeah, class type num3, type class int, class float, class complex. List languages, okay, also 0 indexed. Python tuple data type, product. What is that? Python list data type. Ooh. These are chili bites that we made at home in vacation. Yeah, on the vacation, during the vacation. Oh. I know. A set is not ordered. So that's why I'm testing this. Subscriptable. Dictionary. Okay. Zero, 1, 2. Okay, so you can use it as an array or a list, but that would be a waste. Programming. Okay. Maybe I should keep this in a separate window. No, it won't save me any effort. Object separated into flash. Right. I want to show. I wanted to see if you could not make it print a new line by doing that. Okay. Maybe that was an issue. Okay, so you need to use end equals. Oh, okay. Some random int must be none or a string, not int. Empty string. Okay. What did they do? Too soon. Oh, it separates them. It doesn't add to every single one. I don't know how much of this I need to know. Probably not that much. Now equals input, enter a number. Probably that'll probably do. Yeah, it's more correct to say. But anyways, I know it's wrong. Not English. Operators are special symbols that perform operations on variables and values. Okay, operators. Addition, multiplication, division, floor division. Floor division. Oh. Floor B. 3.5. Okay. And or not. Okay. X1, Y1. Wow, okay, that's the first thing that's non-intuitive. That, like, either this is acceptable, this is more intuitive, but this is not. Maybe this could have been accepted to be intuitive if this was also true. Hmm. interpreted. Python is interpreted. Part of the reason I haven't learned Python thus far is because I had this attitude of Python being too easy. Like it's I should rather be learning C and C++ than Python. I'm not a real programmer if I only know Python and don't know those languages. Okay. We want to get to there, I think. Python while loop. Okay. This is contradictory, I think. Yeah, okay. There's a problem with the website. What's the time? Break and continue. Is skip. Load shedding starts in 55 minutes. Which is good. I should not have lights before I sleep. But yeah, we have lights even during load shedding. Wait. Okay. Oh. So that does what I thought it does. What I thought it did. It skips the rest of the for loop and returns to the initial. Okay. Pass. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so if you had brackets, this keyword would not have been necessary. Or just the detection of the comment, the indented comment. I want to blow my nose. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Sorry for all the sick sounding noises. Learn Python stream. Okay, my first Python study session. What do I wanna? Chat. Oh, hi chat. All people can send things. Okay. Oh. Right. Oh, surprise! I don't know. Recently there have been a lot of these videos of women doing funny things, like reacting to things that float up on their screen. User-defined functions. Right, now we're getting into command line IO, file IO. So that's going to come later. We did this. If this were a markdown sheet, we could have made use of this. And I think it's Alt? No. The guys are gay. These guys, like literally, like yeah, they sing and stuff. Good, like super smart guys, super interesting. Like yeah, I have nothing against gay people. Hello world, we know how to do that, but anybody does. Command line IO, sort of, but not. That's sort of done. Functions, we're going to do that now, and then objects. We'll see. Right, I don't know. Where's my microphone? Grimes made a song. I don't think they're religious files. Like, this is where I want to end at the least. But if like this is good, well, like Python is a simple language, which is good. But yeah, we learned a lot. If we get this far tonight, we think I'm happy with that. Python functions declaration. Call the greet function. Yeah, okay, that's diff code greet. And remember indentation. Okay. What happens if we only do single indentation? So, I guess this could work. So, and then it still works. Okay, cool. So these add numbers. Add number sum is equal to that. Print sum. Is there a return? How do you? It might be just like an R. You didn't need a return statement. So what's okay? There is a return statement, but what happens if we say sum equals print sum, okay, and then none. So yeah, no return, but then yeah, okay, interesting. It's not like R. Function return type def result. Return result. It's the same as I miss my hair. Add two numbers. Yeah, it's really library functions. Now that's math. Import statement and then math.sqrt pow. That's like no pow. Oh, like math.pow is very C-like. Hashtag include math.h. Yeah, the reason I'm now and then referring to C is because I'm studying it now, so now I'm slightly clued up. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. Square root. Benefits of using functions. Code reusability. Readability. Yes. Function arguments. What's there to say? Default. Yeah. Keyword. First name. Last name. Here, notice last name, first name. Nice. You can and such. Similarly, last name is a function. Why is it so flexible? It's like I'm happy I didn't have to write the parser or compiler that had to do this. That doesn't seem nice. Python function with arbitrary arguments. Program to find sum of multiple numbers. Okay, so find sum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, result 0. Okay. For numbers. Result. Reprint sum equal to result. That's find sum. That's interesting. Python. Sometimes we do not know in advance the number of arguments that will be to handle this kind of. Wow, that's very extremely flexible. Bloody hell. Python recursion, a recursive function. It's probably return, yeah, factorial. That's a great example of a recursive function. Right. Recursion. What the? Traceback. Most recent call repeated action recursion did exceeded. That's nice. Advantages. Sometimes the logic behind recursion is hard to follow through. Recursive calls are expensive as they take up a lot of memory and time. Recursive functions are hard to debug. Good, clean, broken down. So sequence generation is easier with recursion than using some nested iteration. Sequence generation. Python lambda or anonymous function. Lambda. In Python, a lambda function is a special type of function without a function name. For example, lambda print hello world. Here we have created a lambda function that prints hello world. Before you learn about lambdas, make sure you know both Python functions. Arguments expression. Print expression. No arguments. Greet. Call greet. Example. Greet. Greet. With an argument. Greet user. Print hey there. Greet user. Why would you frequently ask with filter? How do you map? We don't know filter and map yet. I don't know why you would use it's I think there's very little benefit in using lambdas. But I don't know what lambdas are. Like in lambda calculus, what is that? Maybe it's something to do with that. Variable scope. That's pretty, I think it'll be intuitive. Yeah. Okay. Global variables. You set it at the front, at the top. But I wonder if you could local global. Python database, data types, files. What is the time? Oh, my phone is charging. I need to go to the bathroom. The global keyword allows us to modify the variable outside of the current scope. Python global keyword. Global variable. However, if you try the model, yeah, okay, I got that earlier. Local variable reference before assignment. C equals C plus 2. Why does that not work? This is because we can only access the global variable but cannot modify it from inside the function. Okay, yeah. So we could say like B equals C plus 2, but we can't modify C. And we can also print C, but we can't assign something to it. We have to use a global keyword. Global in nested functions. In Python, we can also use the global keyword in a nested function. In a nested function of the function global num. And then inside num is no global keyword. Inside outer function num is no effect. Outer function outside both functions, but it's not. I wonder if this will, oh, it makes it a global variable then. Control V, Control S. Okay, so it sort of casts, this sort of moves it to the top as well. Interesting. When we create a variable inside a function, it's local by default. Man, making that global might be problematic. When we define a variable outside of a function, it is global by default. You don't have to use the global keyword. When a variable is outside a function, okay, yeah. We use a global keyword to read and write global variable inside a function. We use a global keyword outside of a function has no effect. The use of global keyword outside a function has no effect. Yes. Python modules. This I want to know. Result equals return result. As your program grows bigger, it may contain many lines of code. Instead of putting everything in a single file, we can use modules to separate codes in separate files as per their functionality. This makes our code organized and easier to maintain. Module is a file that contains code to perform a specific task. A module may contain variables, functions, classes, etc. Let's see an example. Let us create a module, type the following and save it as example.py. Python module addition, def add. How have we been doing it? Function add inside example. The function takes in two numbers and returns their sum. Okay, yeah. Import modules, import example. Addition.add. This does not import the names of the functions defined in example directly in the current symbol table. It only imports the module name example there. Using the module name, we can access the function. This should probably be example.add, not addition.add. Math. Import math.py. Okay, so yeah, okay. It's like there are library classes in Java, but there are also user-defined classes. So there are library modules in Python, but they are also user-defined modules. From import statement, from math import py. Oh, I saw things like from Flask import Flask or whatever. So okay, now but import math here. Okay, so only a subset. Import all names. Math import. Oh, okay. The dir built-in function, dir example. Dir function is module. For example, it's sort of like a directory. Here we can see on all other names that begin with an underscore are default Python attributes associated with the module, not user-defined. So bulletins, cache, doc, file, initializing loader, name, package. What is that? Name. Example. Example.name. Built-ins, cached, doc, file, name. Python package. Man, I need to pee. There are two things that are bothering me, my teeth and my bladder. So after this page, Python package. A package is a container that contains various functions to perform specific tasks. For example, the math package includes a square root function to perform the square root of a number. While working on big projects, we have to deal with large amounts of code, and writing everything together in the same file will make our code look messy. Instead, we can separate our code into multiple files by keeping the related code together in packages. Now we can use a package whenever we need it in our projects. This way we can also reuse our code. Package model structure in Python programming. Suppose we are developing a game. One possible organization of packages and modules could be that was a girl. That's just package module structure. So sub package. Sound image level. Init.py. What is init.py? A directory must contain a file named init.py in order for Python to consider it a package. This file can be left empty, but we generally place the initialization code for that package in this file. Start, load, over. Image, open, change, close. Sound, load, play, pause. Importing module from a package. Importing module. Import game.level.start. So this is packages, and we just did modules, and like math is a module. Okay. Contains a function named select difficulty. Okay. Import without package prefix. From game.level import start. From game.level import start. From import without package prefix. Import game.level. If this construct seems lengthy, we can import the module without the package prefix as follows. Start.select difficulty. Import required functionality only. Import. Okay, yeah. Alright, now we are going to brush our teeth and take a bathroom break. I'm just looking at the time and considering load shedding. When the stream might have to end. But okay, yeah. I'm gonna go. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not good. Floss is very expensive. Like now, like it's 100 meters, which is a lot of, like, it's a long distance for anything, but like it's nearly 70 rand. Or more maybe. What do I eat for breakfast? Eggs. No, nobody asked that. I just thought of it. It's just, yeah, like if people stream, yeah, they repeat the question. Which is good, because if you answer out of the blue and most people didn't read the question, that's why you would do that. I wonder how many other people there are streaming into the void, like that nobody ever watched them. And I wonder how many people quit. Like, it depends on what your motivation is. There was a guy in my high school that wanted to become a YouTuber, but I didn't think he realized how saturated the market was. So difficult to continue going if your goal is to become a super rich YouTuber. I don't think you're going to be motivated enough, long enough for you to break into that. You have to have a different motivation other than getting money or getting viewers. Anyways, right. 25 minutes left. Oh, it's supposed to. It's supposed to do that. Just want to see what it looks like. Can I full screen this? Oh, okay, it's me over me. Yeah, nothing changes. Python numbers, type conversion, and mathematics. This was the number data types are used to store Python numbers into float complex up to 15 decimal places, hold assigned integers for non-limited length. Nice. Also floating void, and it's accurate up to 15 decimal places. So can you How long do Python ints get? Long do Python ints get? Question mark. Integer. How does Python many? Int and long were unified a few versions back before it was possible to overflow an int through math ops. Type long. What do I have? I have one bronze badge. Int and long were unified a few versions back. Before that, it was, when was this? 2010. Possible to sys.max size contains the maximum size in bytes of Python int can be. docs.python.org. It's usually on SDTube platform. Nice, that's a lot. What happens if we say Control A print import says okay. I don't know what print 2 to the power of 63 minus 1. Yeah. Okay. Minus 1. No, and that's interesting. I don't know if that's double. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's growing exponentially. No, it's definitely not. So but then 62. Now that was another multiplication. Oh, that was still growing exponentially. I wonder how big numbers get in Python. But I want to finish Python random module. 15. Random dot choice. And the shuffle list. Nice, you can shuffle. Random. Okay. Python.math. Pi cos exponential log 10 Log E. I wonder if it says ln, the natural logarithm. Factorial. Lists. I think we know enough about lists. Yeah. Oh. Negative indexing. That's index 0. Yeah, -1. Slicing of a list. My list 2 to 5, from 2 to index 4. So 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 2 here. 2, 3, 4. I wonder what the philosophy was behind this exclusion to the end, beginning to end. So ORG, yes. OGR. Add elements to a list before append. That's what I wanted to know. And numbers that append after append. Okay. Numbers that append. Extend. Numbers that extend even numbers. Okay, wait. Extend. The extend method. Use the extend method to add all the items of an iterable list to the end of a list. Using insert. Set 1, 2. Yeah, okay, that's change list items. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Remove an item from list. Till languages. Print. Swift. Deleting. In Python we can use a del statement to remove one or more items from the list. Using remove. Yeah, but then del. Okay. List methods. Okay, thank you. You're doing great. Yes. Check if an... Ooh. Yes, okay. List len, okay. I'm probably not going to remember these things. My brain is slowing down. Oh shoot. Where did we get? File IO. Okay, so we did functions definitely. We didn't. Oh, we didn't cover files and objects. I think. Let's get to files. Open a file. Close. Yes. File 1 equals open test.txt r. Different modes to open a file. Read, write. Create a file if it doesn't exist. Only creation, not open it, not making a new one. Like only writing to it, not making one. Open a file, creates a new file if it doesn't exist. Text mode, open in text mode, default. Open. What does text mode mean? Open in binary mode. Open a file for updating, reading and writing. Open a file for updating, reading and writing. Here's a few simple examples of how to open a file in different modes. Open text, write, read and write in binary. Reading files in Python. Read content. It's a file.read. No input settings necessary. This is a test file. Hello from the test file. Got to read. The above example. Yeah, read set. Sort. Closing files. File equals open, read content. Close the file. Closing a file will free up the resources that were tied to the file. It is done using the close method in Python. For example, exception handling in files. Try if an exception occurs. Okay, yeah. With open syntax, automatically close the file. Where have I seen the with thing? I have studied something that has... Now I have done some Python things in the meantime, and the with operator is quite useful. Writing to files. I did Code Academy. Yeah, okay, my brain is not useful anymore. I'm going to stop here. Python exception. Goodness. I wanted to see installing learning. Before getting started, you may want to find text editors. Looking for something specific. A number of possible sources. The Python website provides a Python page, package injects. There's also a search page. Google. I wonder if they'll ever change this to Bing or Brave. Brave is a good. Brave also has a surprisingly good search engine. I really like this. It's sometimes if you have, especially if you have coding questions, it'll pull up a good answer. Anyways, find install Python packages. PyPy. Thank you, VS Code. So what did I achieve? I'm prepared for this one. Go through slides or book. Should add a subtask. Study Flask. I don't know if it's probably like that, maybe. But yeah, that's it's done. And alright, thank you. I didn't really do any programming, which is very important for learning. But yeah, I covered a lot of the theory of Python, and yeah, I think after this I'll learn about what something like Flask is, like a framework, and what different kinds of frameworks exists, what they are used for, and yeah, how they show up in code. Then I'll start programming more. So yeah, maybe see you tomorrow. I will be working on Computer Science 244 mostly, I think. Oh no, really on 344. 344 deserves my attention more at the moment. So that's where I'll be. That's what I'll be busy with tomorrow. Bye.